Welcome to Camille's Country Corner. I am Camille, and on today's episode we will be making a sirloin with sausage and lentils stew. Let me show you what you will need for this recipe. It is a healthy and wonderful December recipe that we are going to have today, and it's certainly comfort food, but it's also healthy for you. All right, let me show you what you need for this recipe. But before we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Definitely hit that like button. All right, let's get started. Looks like a lot of ingredients for this recipe, but it's really not. I have some sweet Italian sausage. I have a sirloin cap, about 1 pound. We're going to use some chicken stock that I've made, bone broth. We're going to use some lentils, apple cider vinegar, thyme, cumin, parsley, garlic, a bay leaf. And for our veggies, we've got our onion, carrots, celery, and some potatoes. Let's get chopping. Okay, we're just going to do a nice dice on everything. Let's cut off anything that doesn't look good. I'm using 4 ribs of celery here. This is a nice hearty stew. Will feed a lot of people. I always like to put stuff in my freezer so I have stuff for another day. I'm using a half of an onion because this was a really large onion. All I have today is baby carrots, so that's what we'll be using. Definitely showing off my terrible knife skills today. And I have 4 potatoes. All right, I've got about 1.5 pounds of sirloin cap. Just going to cut the fat off, and I'm going to cut this into cubes. that silver stuff on here, it never breaks down, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut that off as well. Need to sharpen my knife. All right, let's get this to the stove and start cooking. All right, to our pan, I'm going to go ahead and add our stew meat, our sirloin. Pardon my reach. We're just going to go ahead and sear this a bit. I'm going to add some pepper. And some salt. To my back burner here, I also have the vegetables. So I'm going to salt and pepper those as well. We're just going to start by softening those up a little bit. All right, looks like this portion is done. All right, so to my pan now, I'm just going to take the sausage out of the casings. I'm going to cook that. I could have just cut this into coin size, but I want to actually take it out of the casing. I want the sausage to go throughout the whole soup. Or stew, I should say. And this is just a pound of sweet Italian sausage. All right, let me get the chopper. Now to my back pan, I just have the onions, carrots, and celery in here. I have not added the potatoes yet because I don't want them to just disintegrate. Because this is going to be cooking for about an hour on the stove. All right, this is cooked enough. We don't have to cook it all the way down because it will be in our stew for a while. I'm going to go ahead and add our meats into our stew. Now this is about 2 cups of chicken broth that I have here. We're going to go ahead and add that in, and I'm also going to add 4 cups of water. right, we are going to salt and pepper some more. I'm going to be adding a couple of cloves of garlic here. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of thyme. I'm going to be adding a couple of bay leaves. My bay leaves are small, so we're going to be adding about 4. Add some parsley. It says to add fresh parsley. I don't have that, so we got about a tablespoon. Parsley, we've got some cumin, about the same amount of cumin, about a tablespoon. And then a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, or you can use sherry vinegar here. And I am going to use about a couple of teaspoons of my chicken bouillon. Okay. We're going to let this go for about 30 minutes on a nice simmer. Once I get it to a boiling, I'm going to turn it down to a simmer for about 30 minutes. And then I will bring you back because we will add the potatoes and the lentils. In the meantime, go ahead and rinse your lentils. Make sure that there's no particles in there that aren't lentil. Okay, so now we are going to add our potatoes. Oops. And I'm going to add our lentils. Like I said, they've been rinsed and drained. Okay, we're going to let that cook for another 30 to 45 minutes. Okay friends, this is what our stew looks like once it's done. It's nice and thick. Let's plate some up. Okay friends, look at that. Nice, thick, beautiful stew. So hearty. So gonna burn my mouth. Oh, those lentils are nice and creamy. The potatoes are creamy. The meat has a nice warm spice flavor to it. The vegetables have just kind of melded right into this nice warm hearty stew. I hope you give this a try. The cumin in it is just delicious. I'm going to serve mine with a Caesar salad and some rolls, and I'm going to sit and watch a Christmas movie. All right, I hope you make this. If you do, comment below and let me know what you put in yours, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for stopping by here today.